Welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Drake took a shot at a new sound for his new album. Many people say it sounds like the music they partied to on Jersey Shore, which I like. DJ Pauly D. But it's not landing with some of his fans. A lot of the songs featured on Honestly, Nevermind sounds a lot like that house music that many people play in nightclubs. We're discussing his bold choice, Lizzo's last music and last-minute lyric change, and the mystery merchandise that has the Beehive buzzing the fans of Beyonce.
Joey Guerra is here, our music expert, our Drake expert. So, Joey, I have seen all kinds of memes on the internet. Apparently, people are not just loving this Drake album, Honestly, Nevermind. Some of them are saying, honestly, never mind about this Drake album. So your thoughts as a professional music critic, entertainment reporter?
Yeah, I mean, it is very different. I think that's what's kind of jarring people. You know, this is house music, what's on this album, which is music you're used to hearing in clubs, music to kind of dance to and groove to. It is very different. It's not really rooted in what we're used to from him. So I think that's what's causing the reaction. I think it would be one thing if it was just one or two songs, but this is literally the whole album is this sound. And, you know, I think Drake is at a point in his career where he can pretty much do whatever he wants and it's going to get attention, which is what this is doing. It's #1 on iTunes. I mean, personally, I'm a fan of house music and dance music, so I like it. I can deal with it. But I'm with you. I've seen people like losing their minds over this album.
They're like, it's the end of the world. Now, obviously, he is Drake, and you said he can do what he wants, but does he run the risk of alienating his core fans?
I mean, I think that's always the danger when you do something different, right? Which is why I think most people stick to what works for them. I don't know that he will permanently alienate them, but I think at least for right now, maybe from this album, we're going to take a little bit of a step back. The other thing, though, is, you know, when people release albums, they inevitably come with remixes and different versions. So he may be doing something like that at some point to appease, you know, the hip hop fans, his core fan base. I don't know that it's going to permanently do any damage, but, you know, it's just a surprise, I think, to hear him doing something this different.
And should he do something different at this stage in his career? I think, what is this, the 7th studio album? Should he be doing something? Should he be experimenting now?
Yeah, I think so, absolutely. I mean, I think inevitably when you hit a certain point in your career, you know, people expect a certain sound from you, expect a certain thing from you, and you're gonna get bored. I think that goes with almost anything in life creatively as an artist, you know? You don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over. And like I said, I mean, I think he's in a comfortable enough spot to kind of be allowed to experiment. And if it doesn't work, if he hates it, if people hate it, you know, he just goes back to what worked the last time. But yeah, I think it's a way for artists to keep things interesting for themselves, you know, not to get too bored and, you know, not to get stuck in something that's kind of just, you know, over and over.
Now, Lizzo found herself in some hot water for less than 24 hours, and she adjusted, she changed the lyrics of a song. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, she used a slur, which was a lot of people criticize as being ableist, which was, you know, kind of derogatory in terms of disabled people. She immediately corrected it. She apologized and corrected it. I think this is a perfect example of how to handle something like this, you know? It doesn't get stretched out, you know, it doesn't get turned into memes and, you know, start hurting her career and having to go on TV shows and apologize. You know, she saw what happened, she listened to what people were saying, and she fixed it. And now we can move on, right? I mean, and that's it. And it's true, nobody's really talking about it at the force they were when this first happened.
And last on the list, we're talking about Beyonce's Mystery Renaissance merch. What is that about?
Your guess is as good as mine. It's you know, she's released 4 different versions of this package, which I think includes a special edition of the CD, the box, and a T-shirt. Of course, there are all these theories that, you know, Some of them are going to be autographed. Some of them are going to include a golden concert ticket. You know, I don't know where people are coming up with this, but these are the things that are kind of circulating now, is that, you know, there's going to be something special in certain ones, you know. Beyonce is kind of the master of this, of, you know, dropping something with no promotion and letting her fan base do the work, basically, which is what's happening. I mean, everybody's talking about this. And she honestly hasn't said one thing herself, you know. It's just putting this out there, and that's enough for her.
Well, we'll just have to see. Joey Guerra from the Houston Chronicle, thank you for joining us tonight here on The Factor Uncensored.